Hi, welcome back to 2 South 1 Pack.
Today we're going for the ride, our first ride or quasi first ride on the EX30. We'll go do a loop, give it a test in the trails on the road, see how it is, and let you know what we think.
Alright, let's go.
So Christine actually wanted to take on a challenge to prove to you all that she can do a nice gnarly set of stairs, but she's going to be trying this.
It's not bad. I bottomed out, did I?
So we are here just before we do the torque test. What are your initial thoughts just riding to this point of the trip?
It's really smooth. I was surprised how good it was. On gravel or on paved road, it is good. And this wheel is heavier than me, with all paddings on, bumpers on.
It's probably around 100-ish, 100 over pounds.
Okay, for sure
Yeah.
it is heavier than me, but I didn't feel that weight.
How about when you start and stop? Did you find that when you start or stop, did you find that the wheel kind of tips over or it's hard
No,
to
it
control?
didn't happen to me because I think its battery is so low compared to the Master. It's so easy to start and stop, and it doesn't tip
Too much.
yeah. And compared to the pattern, I did mention on my first review, my first impression review, I said it was a little bit hard for me to start in the pattern. After riding the pattern for a while, I was trying to hold on to the handle and start, and that helped a little bit. So compared the EX30 to the pattern, I actually find out this is actually easier to start.
Okay. How did you find the grizzly fairings and bumper system?
It's sexy looking, right?
Did you ever get stuck your knees on the bumper?
Yes, I do get stuck over here a lot. So I have power pads here, but I don't actually use it because my knee is always stuck at this part. So I have to kind of open my legs a little bit to go around it in order to use the power pad.
Also, I'm using the stock pads here. These stock pads on the power side, they're okay. They're not very comfortable, but they're usable. However, on the braking side, it's almost non-existent. You got to go so far back. It's kind of hard to brake with the stock pads. With the pedals, Christine's model does have the spikes and I have the cast nubs, which are a night and day difference. The only thing that I will mention is with these new lightweight pedals, there have been some people in the community that have easily cracked them or broken them, so they aren't as strong as they used to be.
Oh.
So if you do have a set of the old hex pedals, I would definitely use that for more intense riding, because these ones do not hold up on the durability scale.
I did not slip at all this time.
I found that on the smaller things like rocks, pebbles, and undulations of the road, I was able to feel a lot of that. With the bigger stuff like roots or curbs, it does a really good job in getting rid of that impact. So it kind of reminds me more like a BMW style suspension versus the Patton or Sherman S that might be more of a Cadillac style.
So I did the stairs earlier. It was really smooth. I didn't feel anything until the end. I guess it's because we didn't check the suspension before we roll out.
So let's get on with the torque test. Doing the first impressions here with the EX30 and Aaron Shen, a Vancouver rider with a beautiful EX30 with Grizzly fairings and the IRC tire, suddenly just popped in.
Wanna do this with us?
Wanna do a torque test?
I'm still kind of scared about this one.
Nothing to be scared of. I'm pretty sure your wheel can do it fairly easily.
Well, we'll see. Last time I did it on the stock pads, it was I made it about halfway and then I lost all momentum. That's what happened to me.
Pass one, how did it go? Oh, second tries the charm.
So scary though.
Okay, here we have Aaron, local Vancouver rider. Ooh, easy. Easy.
It's a lot better with speed, that's for sure.
Now we have the infamous stairs where Christine crashed the Patton, but we have Aaron Shen coming down. To all those that say the EX30 cannot ride stairs, we proved them wrong.
Great.
So Aaron here is about 2,000 kilometers on his wheel. So what do you think?
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's a night and day difference from a non-suspension wheel Sherman, and the Sherman feels kind of sluggish when I ride it now. And
do you still ride your Sherman after getting this?
Only to work.
Okay.
Just because it's for water resistance, right?
Fair. Okay.
I'm not so scared about getting it.
This is pretty good in the water category, I would say. I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Yeah, but this is also pretty big compared to the Sherman.
True.
Sherman I can just tuck away.
Yeah.
But besides that, everything is impressive. Power.
Any cons? Anything that you wish they would improve on? It's one of those things where it's like you gotta find things to pick at. It's not things you notice right away. So it's like a 99% wheel.
Yeah, in my opinion at least.
Oh, look at that. Easy.
It was a bit hard though at the end.
Was it?
It was trying. You can try.
How was that?
So that's it for the torque test. Now Aaron Shen's just gonna head out, so
all right.
have a good day, man.
He's
Ride
the
safe.
You guys.
guy
Sorry?
in the trail.
Hey, you're coming with us to the trails, right?
Eventually, yeah, soon. I should have more free time coming up.
Maybe he'll show up in one of our trail review videos.
Maybe. Well, see you guys next time.
Have a good day. Ride safe, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye bye.
So we're back at home base here, taking a nice video with the EV's electric transit. What do you think? So we did about what, 25-30 kilometers I think it was. I would have to say the wheel accelerates pretty easily to about 60-65, and then you probably have to try a little bit harder to get up to the 80 mark. Now that could be the wheel, that could be the aerodynamics playing a factor.
Yeah, it was very easy for me to go up to 50 to 62. Like, you don't really realize how fast you're going. So I don't know if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I think the combination of power and the smoothness of the suspension makes you kind of go faster than you think you are going.
Definitely, it is really, really smooth.
In terms of torque, I stalled out pretty badly on that hill and it did really well. Like, we're a little bit late to the party here with the EX30 first impression, and there are a lot of people who have already ridden their wheels quite a bit, and they all only have good things to say, except for the oscillation issue that we've had with some of the wheels. I will say that with the older firmware, the wheels that we haven't had too bad of oscillation. I've got it up to 80, 85 without too bad of oscillations. I don't know if you felt any oscillations on your wheel. Now with the newer firmware, so we installed the May 27th firmware, and there was a little bit of oscillation around the 65-70 mark, which I didn't really enjoy. So we did revert back to the pre-production or the old freestyler firmware, which doesn't have the same pickup and go as the new firmware, but it doesn't have the oscillation at the higher speed.
And seated riding is really easy to sit on, especially with the seat. It's slightly tilted upwards. It's very nice seat.
It also has a really wide base as well, so you never feel like you're slipping off, and it doesn't feel like it's too much of a point pressure on your rear end. With the Grizzla setup, we did not end up using the tall seat because it's a little bit too tall.
I don't even know if I'm sitting or I'm standing. I'm just too short, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, I think the seated riding is really good. Standard riding is really good. You don't really feel the weight so much. With the stock pads, braking is a little bit iffy, so do get some fairings, some Velcro, and some pads on it. In terms of torque, how would you compare it to the Pattern?
EX30 does take more effort to go up a hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the Pattern has really good torque, being that, again, it's a 16-inch wheel. But I have to say that with the EX30, despite being a 20-inch wheel, it has comparable torque to the Pattern, which is really a testament to the amount of torque, because once you get to a larger diameter, the perceived torque diminishes. So I think in the new age of wheels that we have now with the Pattern and the EX30 being so torquey, I think now we're hitting a point where the rider is truly the limit to these wheels.
I think so.
And it's only going to get more extreme. Pun intended. So I'm really excited to see what Begode has in terms of the answer for the 16-inch Pattern. But in terms of this wheel, it's really nice. It's a really good cruising wheel.
I do like
good
it.
well all-around wheel.
Yeah, especially with the weight. I'm surprised.
If you're looking for a all-around wheel, one wheel that rules your household because you don't have the space or you don't have the ability to buy more than one wheel, I think the EX30 is a very good choice. Now, it has a lot of power, so with great power comes great responsibility. Ride responsibility for whatever locale you're in, and enjoy the wheel.
What about the range?
Range-wise, I think it's pretty comparable to a normal 3600 watt-hour wheel. So although the wheel kind of ekes you to ride a little bit faster than you normally will, I will say that you'll still probably get a decent 110 kilometers per charge.
That's pretty good. Like, if I have to choose a Pattern or the EX30, I cannot really make a choice. It's really hard.
Yeah, I think on any type of longer trip, you'll for sure pick the EX30.
A lot smoother, a lot more stable for sure, because of a bigger wheel.
King of all-rounder wheel, one wheel to rule them all.
We gotta ride it more.
Let's see what the future brings us.
Alright, please like and subscribe, and you may also turn on your ding dong to receive notification of our next content. See ya!